The movie begins in a typical high school setting. Miles, a confident and intimidating student, leads a group of bullies who take pleasure in tormenting others. Their main target is Jimmy Mulligan, a kind-hearted, chubby boy with an unassuming demeanor. Despite the relentless taunts and verbal abuse from Miles and his gang, Jimmy chooses not to retaliate, bottling up his emotions and pain. Jimmy's closest friends, Andy and Bobby, are also social outcasts, often referred to as losers by their peers. Bobby, in particular, is picked on for his flamboyant and expressive personality, which Miles uses as ammunition to humiliate him in front of others. Despite the constant bullying, Jimmy tries to console his friends, reassuring them that the bullies are simply insecure. But deep inside, Jimmy feels the weight of their words and actions, which slowly wear him down. At home, Jimmy's mother senses something is amiss. She often finds Jimmy withdrawn, but when she gently probes, he brushes off her concerns, insisting that everything is fine. His friends invite him to hang out and unwind after school, but Jimmy declines. Wary of running into Miles in their neighborhood, he isolates himself further, trying to avoid any confrontation. One morning, as Jimmy and his friends walk to school, Miles and his gang confront them. They corner Jimmy, demanding $100. When Jimmy explains that he doesn't have the money, Miles becomes aggressive, shoving him and making threats. The tension is broken when Vinny, an older student with a tough reputation, intervenes from a distance. Vinny's mere presence is enough to make Miles back off temporarily, as even the bullies fear his influence. Miles's cruelty doesn't end there. He continues to humiliate Bobby during class, mocking him loudly and drawing laughter from their classmates. Jimmy comforts Bobby afterward, offering words of encouragement. However, the bullying begins to take a toll on their friendship, as Bobby starts to believe that they'll never escape Miles's torment. One day at lunch, Andy and Bobby try to lift Jimmy's spirits by teasing him about his hearty appetite. Despite their light-hearted jokes, they genuinely care for Jimmy and admire his resilience. They also attempt to play matchmaker, encouraging him to talk to Adrienne, a girl who seems to have a soft spot for Jimmy. Adrienne's shy glances and warm smiles offer Jimmy a brief respite from his troubles. The bullying escalates when Miles interrupts their lunch, once again demanding money from Jimmy. This time, another student speaks up, telling Miles to leave Jimmy alone. Infuriated, Miles lashes out at the student, but before things can spiral further, a larger, stronger student steps in and forces Miles to retreat. Embarrassed, Miles leaves the cafeteria, but not without vowing to make Jimmy's life miserable. After school, Miles corners Jimmy on the way home, demanding the money once again. Jimmy stands his ground, refusing to give in. Angered by Jimmy's defiance, Miles attacks him, beating him on the roadside. Just as things seem dire, an elderly man named Mr. Action intervenes, threatening to call the police. Miles and his gang flee the scene, leaving Jimmy bruised and shaken. Mr. Action takes Jimmy to his home to tend to his injuries. While there, Jimmy notices photographs of a younger Mr. Action as a professional boxer. Inspired by Mr. Action's past, Jimmy asks him to teach him how to fight. Initially hesitant, Mr. Action agrees to help, but admits that his age limits him. He promises to connect Jimmy with his friend Manny, a professional boxing coach. At home, Jimmy's parents are alarmed by his injuries. Mr. Action explains the situation and suggests self-defense lessons. Though initially skeptical, Jimmy's parents agree after realizing the gravity of the bullying. Jimmy begins training under Manny's guidance, with Mr. Action offering moral support. The training is grueling, pushing Jimmy to his physical and mental limits. Manny insists on discipline and commitment, warning Jimmy that success requires perseverance. Despite initial struggles, Jimmy's determination grows as he envisions a life free from bullying. Meanwhile, Miles continues to spread fear at school, but rumors of Jimmy's training begin to circulate. Jimmy confides in his friends about his plan to confront Miles. Adrienne becomes a source of encouragement, and their bond deepens as they spend more time together. Jimmy's newfound confidence starts to shine, catching the attention of his peers. As the day of the confrontation approaches, Jimmy challenges Miles to a showdown, raising the stakes by offering $200 instead of $100. But only if Miles gives him a month to prepare. Miles, eager to humiliate Jimmy, agrees to the deal. This arrangement gives Jimmy the time he needs to focus on his training. Jimmy's progress is remarkable. Manny introduces mixed martial arts techniques, while Mr. Action imparts wisdom on resilience and strategy. Jimmy's friends rally around him, offering unwavering support. Adrian, too, plays a pivotal role, reminding Jimmy of his worth and potential. On the day of the showdown, the school buzzes with anticipation. Miles, confident in his dominance, arrives with his gang. However, Vinny steps in, ensuring that the fight remains fair. When the fight begins, Jimmy initially struggles, but quickly recalls his training. He dodges Miles's blows, countering with precision and strength. The fight is intense, with both sides giving their all. Jimmy takes a hard hit, but refuses to back down. Drawing strength from his training and the support of his friends, he delivers a decisive blow, knocking Miles to the ground. The crowd erupts in cheers as Jimmy stands victorious. Miles's defeat marks a turning point at the school. The video of the fight goes viral, earning Jimmy admiration and respect. His parents, friends, and even Mr. Action express their pride in his courage and growth. Jimmy's journey inspires others to stand up against bullying, fostering a sense of unity and empowerment among the students. The movie ends with Jimmy, Andy, Bobby, and Adrian enjoying their newfound confidence and camaraderie. Jimmy reflects on his transformation, realizing that strength comes not only from physical ability, but also from resilience, determination, and the support of those who believe in him. The day of the showdown arrives, and the entire school gathers to witness Jimmy's confrontation with Miles. Jimmy steps into the challenge with confidence, his training and determination shining through. Despite Miles's initial aggression, Jimmy uses his newfound skills and mental strength to counter every attack. The fight is intense, but Jimmy's resilience and strategy ultimately allow him to triumph. Miles, humiliated and defeated, begrudgingly agrees to stop bullying Jimmy and others at school. For the first time, Jimmy feels the weight of fear and helplessness lift from his shoulders. His victory is not just physical, but symbolic. A statement that strength comes from perseverance, not intimidation. The school erupts in applause, and Jimmy becomes a beacon of hope for others who have faced similar struggles. As the crowd disperses, Jimmy's friends and Adrian rush to his side, proud and inspired by his courage. Mr. Action and Manny, watching from the background, exchange a knowing smile, proud of how far Jimmy has come. Jimmy's story becomes a local sensation, inspiring other students to stand up against bullying and believe in their inner strength. This story is a reminder of the power of determination and the importance of standing up for what's right. Jimmy's journey shows us that even in the face of adversity, perseverance and support from loved ones can lead to incredible transformation. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more inspiring and thought-provoking content, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for our channel. Together, we can uncover more stories of resilience, strength, and the human spirit. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.